All right, guys, I think we are live. Welcome back to the crypto update. This morning was a disaster. Again, guys, I just want you to understand, and for the supporters, I really do truly appreciate the support, the subscribers, everybody who tunes in each and every video. But this is going to be a learning process. This is going to be a channel that that I am just going to slowly build, and I have some ideas for it that I want to implement. I don't want to be just one of those regular YouTubers who just goes on, shows a chart, and gives you a little bit of news. So I'm trying to come up with a couple of the different ideas, and in the meantime, a lot of stuff is happening technical wise that is screwing a lot of stuff up. So I have to end up taking down streams, just trying to get things in order so that when things are running smooth, they are running the way I want them to go. And that way I can just provide you guys with good content. We can all have fun, and that's about it. So basically, we're having a pretty good day overall today. We got Bitcoin up 2.82%. Sitting, like I said last night, I would like to see a close over that, over the 7,600. I mean, if we take a look at the chart, I think we're battling pretty much right with that EMA on the 4 hour. So let's take a look at the 4 hour. I mean, we got that 55 EMA that we're struggling with to get a close above, right? And once we do get a close above and get a little bit of more confirmation, I do see this thing running up to maybe at least 78 to 8,000. But this close above the 55 EMA on the 4 hour chart to me is very important. It could, I mean, you can go to other time frames, and say, oh, well, it already is. But, we got the 200 EMA at the 78. So like, as example, we're looking at the 2 hour chart now. We're already closed above the 55 EMA. We're getting a crossover of the 15 over the 55, and we're on our way up to the 200. So that's a different way you can look at it as well. Maybe we're on our way up to that 78, and maybe that 55 EMA on the longer time frame, is inevitably going to be closed above. But for me, I'm a 4 hour trader. That's how I've always traded recently, and in order to kind of strengthen my position in what I have already, I'd like to see a close over that EMA. Once that does happen and I get confirmation that there is a close above that EMA, then cool. I will probably enter a couple more positions, knowing that the market will see a little bit more of a reversal, and I'll feel more comfortable putting my positions and strengthening them as well. I wanted to go over something real quick, guys, that my boy Nico, shout out to Nico, what's up, man? He shot over a very interesting article in regards to the EOS offers bounty of $10,000 for every dangerous bug in the EOSIO platform. Now, there's a lot of stuff coming out about the whole EOS mainnet launch, and the date being changed from the 1st to the 2nd wasn't intentional. Were they just, there's a lot of stuff that is, coming out about this mainnet launch. Some of it may be FUD, and some of it may be, legit. So the creator of Litecoin, Charlie Lee, has responded to Daniel Lamria's offer, raises $4 billion and only offers to pay $10,000 for catastrophic bugs 2 days before the mainnet launch. It's strange, and there are quite a few concerning issues with EOS. He also added, this is going to be the biggest ERC20 tokens to blockchain launch. It should be an exciting day. So I am looking forward to the 2nd of June to find out exactly what they have in plan. As you see, and as you guys know, we were watching live last night. What's up, Fitness? How you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining. We did see TRX take a dump last night. So let me move this chat over because I can't see you guys in the chat. Let me see. Hold on 1 second here. There we go. Yeah, no problem, man. That's that's what I'm doing this for, and I'm just having fun with it. This is a lot of fun for me, and hopefully you guys get some value out of it as well. So also, guys, last night we shot out Neo. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, go over on my Twitter page. And take a look. Last night we were sitting, I think, at a 7,000 Satoshi Neo, and we are now at let's see here, 775. looking pretty bullish. I saw this bull flag forming. My entry point was right over the close of the 15 EMA on the 4-hour chart, and we did look very good on that trade. We're sitting pretty. Also, CND, guys, CND on my Twitter, I did announce and post a chart of a bull flag forming, and we're now sitting 4.78% up from that call. And those are the only 2 calls that I did put on my Twitter yesterday, noticing that they were due for a run and looked pretty nice and primed up, ready to go. So just take this into consideration, guys. When you're thinking about mainnet launch hype, right? It's okay to buy the hype, and it's okay to profit on that news that's coming out. But like I said in previous videos, 9 times out of 10, as soon as the mainnet launch comes out, we see a huge dip in price. Now I'm predicting this Tron to go right back down to 4 cents. I could be completely wrong, which in a lot of cases I am. That's cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? But I don't think what they're offering is their market cap is extremely high. Their circulating supply is too high. It's just, to me, seeing a 30-cent or a 40-cent coin would be extremely overvalued. They would have to do a huge coin burn in order to, see any to change my mind, in my opinion, about that. So, yeah, guys, look into EOS. They're worried about a lot of bugs and vulnerabilities that could cause serious threats and even cause potential hacks on the upcoming platforms of EOS. So EOS is completely moving off of the Ethereum blockchain, and they're creating their own. So, a lot of the developers are worried that they're going to actually, not fail, but they're going to have a lot of issues doing that. So we have to wait and see. Is it going to hurt the price of EOS? Again, that's one of those things where we're really going to have to wait and find out, and actually, kind of watch it as it happens. So let's take a look at some of the top gainers for the day. We got, let me see, I want to refresh this here because this was from earlier. So some of the top gainers, listen, Huobi token, I've been saying this, guys. Binance, look at it, Binance coin is right up there with it. When you're digging for gold, when you're mining gold back in the day, right, what was the most important tool to have? It was the shovel, right? You need a tool in order to get that gold. Now, in my opinion, a lot of these exchanges are the tools. They are the shovel. Huobi is an exchange that just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The volume that is going through the Huobi exchange is noticeably growing, and I've been looking into it more and more, and researching it a lot because I am on the Huobi exchange. So Binance is up there right with it as well, guys. And it could have a lot to do with the news coming out that we're going to get into in 1 second about the XLM and a lot of pairings that USDT and BNB are now allowing through Binance, which is huge news, very big news to come out from Binance. And we're seeing a very big increase of price in those tokens, IOTA, Stellar, and the true US dollar, TUSD. So now you are allowed to pair TUSD with USDT, which I just don't understand. I guess, I have to do a lot more research into that as well. And if you guys have any outlook on that or any input on that, I meant, on why they would tether TUSD to USDT. Because in my mind, in my head, it's the same thing. What is the difference? Is it because of the fear and doubt that came out about Tether, a couple months back, saying what is really backing it? Is it because of that? Why are they pairing a USD with a USD? It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, let's move on. We got Huobi token, huge gains, up 21%. I think this thing's going to keep on growing, and as well as Binance coin. The more news that comes out and the more tethering that BNB is going to start doing, the more updates and the more value that Binance is going to be offering to the community, allowing people to tether their funds and their investments into the USD tether. For me, that's what that's how I gain a lot of my BTC portfolio value, right? Is by tethering in and out in a drop, or if, you know, like for instance, the other day we saw that it was actually on live stream. We dropped about we dropped about $250, and I had tethered out about half hour before that drop, and I was able to gain BTC in my portfolio. So long term, when BTC does turn around and sees a significant run, I will have BTC in my portfolio, and I will have more of it because I am tethering into a position that does not and is not as volatile. So very cool on that. I just want to take a look at the Stellar chart because a lot of people were asking me, is this a good buy opportunity? Now, what I would have to say about that, guys, is listen, you know, after we see a run up like this, there's going to be consolidation. So I would definitely wait for a pullback. XLM is, I believe, an intrinsically valuable coin long term, and it might be a good long term hold overall. So, you know, like I was saying before, these prices are attractive anyway. These prices are you know, most likely when this market does reverse are going to at least double. You know, some of these coins, not all, but some. And I believe XLM is going to be one of them. I mean, it's sitting at what, 29 cents right now. Overall, Stellar got at its all-time high, I believe, up to $1. So, you know, you have to. It's definitely situations like this where you can dollar cost average your way into stuff like, you know, projects that you want to hold long term, and every dip that it sees, you can do that. So BTC is starting to see a little bit more of some momentum here. We have 2 hours and 45 minutes left in the 4-hour candle, and let's see if we can get a close above this 55 EMA. If in the next 2 hours, guys, we do get a close above, you know, into the 7,600 area, amazing. I will turn short-term bullish, and I will start playing around with the market and placing some positions in some various different altcoins. But for now, there is 2 plays that I am making, and 2 only. I'm in NEO because from that last night's call, and I'm in CND. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, yesterday as well, last night, my live stream about Theta, I wanted to go over Theta a little bit because it's not really what I was expecting the project to be. Now, Theta is a coin that just came out that is created by the co-creator of YouTube. Now, obviously, it has a lot of backing. YouTube is a huge name right now. You know, I know this generation definitely uses YouTube more as a media outlook, as a media platform than actual regular TV. I mean, my son, he's 7 years old. He watches YouTube more than he watches TV. So it's really showing the way this generation and this technology and which way it's bringing us. And, you know, having that backing behind Theta token, I believe, will probably, you know, do very well in the future. But I just want to dive into it real quick and watch a quick 1-minute video about what Theta token is about. And you guys can use your own judgment and see if it's something that you might want to invest in long term.
Technology today is amazing, but somehow streaming quality and load times are still terrible. Everyone has a computer with extra bandwidth to spare, especially when a machine's not being used. And now you can make money by putting that bandwidth to use thanks to Theta token. Here's how it works. When you're watching your favorite streamer or when you're asleep, Theta client will tap into your extra bandwidth to relay video streams to local viewers. They'll enjoy improved stream quality and loading times while you earn Theta tokens. The more you deliver, the more you earn. With your tokens, you can send donations to your favorite streamers, unlock premium content, and buy and gift virtual items. Theta is a new blockchain built by Sliver TV, a leading esports live streaming startup based in Silicon Valley.
So there you go. So Theta token is is basically a project.
Theta token.
Oops, sorry.
When a machine's.
So they're using your bandwidth when and your you know, they're providing your information and using your bandwidth to and the more you are sharing your bandwidth, I believe, the more tokens that you earn, and you can either obviously exchange those tokens for BTC or buy virtual items that they are providing. So overall, you know, Theta, I mean, cool project. Is the idea going to work? Is this going to be the company that takes it to, you know, the mainstream? I'm not sure, but it is cool having the backing of the YouTube co-creator. Moving on, anything you guys want to talk about? We could take a look at some of the other top gainers. Let's just take a look at the market as it stands now. BTC, it's getting that rally, man. We're up to 3%. I mean, we're seeing some green today. It's nice to see. Ethereum up 5%. Usually, guys, when BTC does see a reversal, Ethereum percentage-wise usually is the coin that sees more significant percentage gains, in my opinion. I mean, usually that's the case. We got Ripple right now sitting at 61 cents, and Ripple is in the news more and more every single day. I feel like everywhere I turn, they're talking about Ripple. You know, Ripple is kind of doing the opposite of what cryptocurrency is all about, and that's what's very interesting, and that's why I think it's on the news a lot, because a lot of banking, a lot of bankers are backing it. A lot of the crypto community is not crazy about Ripple, XRP, and it is what it is. You know, they're trying to involve the banks, and they're trying to get the banks involved, which is not a bad idea. You know what I mean, guys? I mean, listen, big bankers, big bank institutions, they're always going to be around, and banks are probably always going to be around. And you know, I think they're starting to learn to adapt to what's going on instead of being left behind, as I was saying last night. Brandon says, how is IOTA and XLM? Let's take a look. See this, guys? We're getting a nice little rally from BTC. Let's get that close right above that EMA. I would love to see that. You want to look at IOTA BTC? So IOTA had a huge run up. So look, I mean, right here, this is a perfect bull flag, right? I wish I would have seen that coming. I think the news was announced 8 hours ago that the IOTA pairing with BNB and USDT was announced. Now, this little run up could have been due to some maybe rumors or pre-talk, or maybe the news was released earlier than probably 9 hours ago now. But according to this chart, you know, this is sometime yesterday. So unless yesterday that news was released, you know, this bull flag pattern, it would have been a huge entry for me. Had I seen this, had I been doing more work like I should have been doing last night, and looking at these coins and finding coins like CND and NEO and stuff like that, I should have done my due diligence, looked through all my charts, because I saw that everything was going to see a little bit of a reversal, because Bitcoin was holding that support line, and I just for some reason skipped right over IOTA. And had I seen this last night, it would have been a buy signal for me, because that is a very bullish signal right there. We have a crossover, the 15 EMA crossing over the 55, and now the 200. I mean, extremely bullish sign for IOTA, but I would wait for an entry. If you are looking to get IOTA or hold IOTA, we will probably see a significant pullback. I mean, the RSI is sitting at 73 right now. We're extremely overextended. I would definitely wait for a pullback. People buying the rumor, probably not time to sell the news. Right. Maybe this was people buying the rumor, and you know, people are not selling the news yet. You know, so there you go with IOTA. You know, I would definitely wait for a pullback if you are looking to play it, but it does look very bullish in my opinion. And you know, depending on what happens in the market, and depending on what happens with BTC, IOTA could be a big runner. Absolutely. What was the other one? XLM. I think we just looked at XLM. See, so we're starting to see a little bit of a pullback on each one, right? We had this huge influx of volume come in because of the news that came out from Binance. We got some nice support now with Stellar. We have this we have this 200 EMA that's actually acting as a really nice support. So I would wait for a touch off the 200 EMA because I believe that is possible and could happen. But it also couldn't. I mean, this thing could maybe start consolidating sideways a little bit, do a little bit of a sideways action, and then maybe do another leg up. You know, again, XLM is not a shit coin. It is an intrinsically valuable coin, and a lot of people do hold it. You know, I actually have some in a cold offline wallet as well that I've had since, I think it was 34 cents when I ended up grabbing them. So I am still sitting at a loss with Stellar, but you know, I have hopes that it will one day, hopefully, you know, be used more and more, and their blockchain will be utilized more and more. I know Turnio, a project that I'm probably going to do a deep dive review in. It's an ICO that is SEC. I mean, it's SEC compliant as of right now. From what I've heard, they're doing everything by the books. I got to do a little bit more research into it, and like I said, I'm probably going to do a deep dive on that. But it is going to be on the Stellar platform. So, you know, the more and more we see Stellar getting used, you know, by some of these projects that come out, the more and more, you know, it will grow as a whole. Anything else, guys? I guess we can just kind of take a look right down the chart. We can look at EOS, how that price is kind of reacting to the news coming out about it. Not much. I know that news did come out last night, so we saw a little bit of a sell-off, you know, which is expected, guys. I'm really conflicted with EOS, and I'm not really. I don't know what's going to happen with the project. I'm bullish on it. I'm very bullish on it long term, but you know, I'm very interested in seeing what's going to happen on the 2nd of June, and when they do, you know, move over to their blockchain and separate from the Ethereum platform. I think that's going to be very interesting, and you know, we'll see what happens there. ZRX, another big mover as of, you know, this month. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a bounce. We got the 15 crossing the 55. Let's take a look at some of the lower time frame charts. So we got a nice little wedge forming on the 30-minute. And I mean, it might see a little. I could see this moving a little bit in the next hour or two. It looks pretty good. I think that's overall pretty bullish on the 30-minute chart. 4 hour, I can't really say much about the 4 hour chart. But, you know, ZRX is just one of those coins that I think is going to be another big mover for this year as well. Oh, BQX. I wanted to talk about that because why did that? Yeah, we jumped right up to that 200 EMA on the 4 hour chart. We're seeing a significant pullback right now. I could not find BQX on. Let's take a look at live coin watch because I could not find it on CoinMarketCap, and I want to know a little bit about BQX and see if that pump was artificial or if it was actually due to some news coming out, possibly. Yeah, BQX. Nothing is popping up for BQX. Let's do a. Oh, that is Ether. Huh. So Ethos is BQX. Okay. Very interesting. So maybe that is a rebrand, and it is not updated. Ethos. Yeah, I would have to do some looking into that. Very interesting though. So BQX is Ethos. See, guys, I mean, this is a learning process for me as well, man. You guys learn everything. You guys learn something each and every day. And the Ethos was formerly Bitcoins. So yeah, it's obviously a rebranding, I guess. So you know, maybe Ethos is going to be BQX. I'm not sure what's going on there. And I don't even want to get into it, to be honest with you. But it is up 16% right now with a severe pullback, and is sitting at $2.48. So you know, the market cap and the total supply is a little bit high to be a pump and dump. And there's obviously the everything coming out about the Ethos and the EOS. That whole scenario is probably causing that price influx. Let's take a look at let's see here. BRD. Bread. I keep hearing about this. Bread. Same thing. Almost same exact pattern. Huge run up, big pullback. And it's very interesting when that kind of stuff happens. It's like, why does, you know, like it's hard to think that the manipulation, it's hard to ignore or think manipulation is not in, you know, happening in cases like that. But you know, big money institutions, they could have their buy set for particular projects that day, you know, and that's just the way the finance industry works. So we're getting some nice volume coming out of BTC. Hopefully we can get a close above this 15 EMA on the 4-hour chart. That would be amazing. Big news again, guys, coming out from Binance today. The XLM and BNB pairing, as well as USDT on top of the IOTA and USDT USD. Lately, I've been looking at nulls. Nulls was a big mover today, wasn't it? I think it was forming a nice cup and handle the last time we looked at it on the 1-hour chart. We did put a buy in nulls last night, and we are up pretty good on it. That's right. I think this was one of the live coins that we were trading last night, and we are up right now $3. All right, so we're up $3, guys, from that live trade. I'm going to go over this and look into this again tonight, because I think that's the night crew that we're going to be doing that with. You know, nightly crypto. For those of you that don't know, we're going to do some live trading with a paper account, and you know, see if we can grow that account to a certain number. I'll reset the paper trading account and put it at a very you know, a realistic number, and we'll try to grow that account together, you know, as a group, and see if we can get that account up to a nice number. And maybe we'll do some giveaways in the future if we can, if somebody makes a good call. You know, I got a lot of different plans for this channel, guys. I appreciate all the support. I truly do. We're going to end this live stream on that. I just wanted to take a quick look at the market. Tonight we will kind of do a little bit more of an in-depth look. Take a look at Litecoin, take a look at some of the top 3, and also you know, some of the big movers of the day. I just wanted to put out this content for the morning. I want to try to stay consistent with at least 1 or 2 videos a day, and I also am trying to get these bugs fixed on, you know, my streaming platform as well. So again, thank you guys for the support. I truly appreciate it. It means a lot, and I will see you guys tonight for nightly crypto. We're probably going to be going on around maybe 9 o'clock, and just trying to see if there's anything that we can find real quick. And trash. I can't. And cash is at, I think, 2 cents right now. And I had high hopes for this. Not high hopes, but the people that are backing this project, you know, it's got a lot of big backing. So I really did think this coin, when it first hit Binance, was going to see some significant, you know, movement, but it has proved me wrong and is doing nothing at all. So very funny to see that. You know, for Nucleus Vision, who for those of you who don't know, it's a very what they're trying to do, I don't really agree with. I don't think the technology or the technology industry or the country or the world is ready for that kind of invasion of privacy yet. So, you know, we'll have to wait. I mean, the circulating supply is absolutely crazy. You know, there's really no room for this coin to grow. The market cap's not that bad, but, you know, I did expect it to see a pump. Kind of similar what happened with TRX when it first came out, when it jumped up to 30 cents, you know, but it never ended up happening. So with that being said, guys, I truly do appreciate all the support. I will be back tonight, probably around, like I said, I do have a dinner I got to get to, so probably around 9:30. I will update you guys on my Twitter, and also put on those post notifications. Subscribe, like if you find value in this channel. And again, guys, thank you so much for your support. It truly means a lot to me. Let's wait for that. Ready? I thought it was going to stop blaring. But again, guys, listen, this is the beginning stages of a channel that we are trying to just have fun with. So whatever happens, happens, and we're just we're really having fun with it. And I appreciate all of the subscribers who have subscribed and the support that we are getting. You guys have a great day. Be safe. If you guys have any questions, you know where to reach me. You can DM me on my Twitter or any one of my social media platforms. And have a great day trading. Be safe, and let's get a close into that 76, and let's get some trading done.